Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm gonna be reviewing Prototype for the Xbox 360 and PS3. Now let's start with the Prototype review. I'm gonna turn the volume down because I'm not this high technique reviewer. Well, anyway, let's start with my review of the Prototype. Now let's first start with the story. So the story of this game is basically playing as Alex Mercer and some dickhead coming and like fucking him up, shooting him, and he gets these powers. Now, basically what you do in the game is find out who did this to you, because you also got some freaking zombies in the whole city, and they're like taking over the whole city, the whole people. And now you gotta find out who did this to you, who gave you the powers, who did all this shit. The story is pretty simple. You're basically searching for information all the time from people you find on the streets or from missions you do, and that's basically the story. Well, at the beginning, I gotta say I was a bit tired of the story because, well, it is really not the best story, but I can live with that. It gets better while you're playing. Now let me go on with the gameplay. So gameplay of Prototype is pretty much, oh well, I gotta say this is where the game really shines, because we come to the graphics later, and oh well, but let me first start with gameplay. So what you basically do is you have these powers and you can jump around the whole city, and it is like, for me, it's a mix between Spider-Man and Wolverine. Why Wolverine? I'll show you. It is Wolverine, well, kind of Wolverine, because you also have these claws that are basically your first weapon. You get the claws, and you get a lot of other really cool weapons. And what I like about this game so much is the gore. I mean, this game is so freaking bloody. It shouldn't even be out. This game is so freaking bloody. I love that. I love the goriness of this game. But yeah. So what are you doing? You're basically doing simple missions. You also got side missions, and you get medallions for it. You get like bronze, silver, and gold medallions. Depending on how good you are. But the story missions are basically the heart of the Prototype. Of course, story missions are always the heart of every game. But yeah, I show you a really cool RPG factor. I gotta say, it is kind of RPG factor. For everything you do, you get XP. You get experience points, and you can use them to get new powers, new movement stuff, new survivability, new combat, new disques, a new vehicle, and new weaponry. Now you're probably asking yourself, wow, this guy has so much cool weapons. Why does he need this? Yeah, he has so much cool swords and claws and stuff. Why does this guy need gunfire? Well, you don't really need it, but you have some guns in the game. You get them from military people. You like fighting against them, and you can pick up those weapons. You don't really need them later in the game when you're getting better abilities, better movements and stuff. And this cool blade is basically your strongest weapon. Yeah, but oh well, overall the RPG factor in this game is really something I haven't seen in a sandbox game before. Really, not me, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it was in an open world game before. Well, anyway, while you're going through the streets, you see a lot of military, and basically you have no break. I have a little break right now, but while you're doing the missions, you have no break, and sometimes I really don't like that about the game. It is unfair. I gotta say, it's unfair. It is so freaking damn hard at times that you really just think, what the fuck is that? I mean, I'm playing on normal right now. I'm playing on normal, and it's for me like it's hard. Okay, it's really damn hard, and what I'm doing right now is I'm consuming someone. That is what you gotta do, so you get these things. You get the web of entry something. I don't really know how it's called, but you gotta do this so you can find out what happened. If you consume more of them and more and more and more and more, you basically gain health and you gain a new one of these movies. You need these movies so, like I told you, you can find out what happened to you. So that is basically the gameplay. The only thing I really don't like about the gameplay is that it's, well, the controls can be a little hard at times. Sometimes it's really hard to control. Sometimes when you're like in a fight and you want to pick up a weapon, it is a pain in the ass to pick up a weapon, because like all the monsters around you and they're all fucking with you and they all want to beat you, and you want to pick up those freaking weapon and you can't. That is basically one thing I have to complain with the gameplay. Now let's come to graphics. Graphics in Prototype, yeah, if I look at the environments, I could say, well, this is a PS2 game, but I don't want to say the graphics are PS2. No, they're definitely not. The graphics are just not the best. The character models look a bit, well, they look a bit shit. But the gore factor, like I said, the blood looks great, and when you're like slicing into someone with the knife or with the sword, it looks just beautiful. The cars and shit don't really look realistic, but I don't think they need to be realistic, because you can't drive with cars and you don't really need it. Now let me come to sound. Sound of this game is basically, yeah, well, let me say, in the fight, the sound is really, really good. The voice acting is really good, and in the fight, it just sounds great when zombies are coming at you and they're trying to bite you and eat you and shit. It is really nice. Now let me come to the last part of enjoyment. Now enjoyment, well, yeah, it is enjoyable. I don't know how long the story is. I haven't completed it yet, but I'm on completing it. You got like 31 missions or something. Yeah, I think 31. Now, enjoyment, there is no online, but that doesn't really matter, because single player is fun enough and you can play as long as you want. You can free roam and just do shit as long as you want. So that was basically my Prototype review. Pick up the game if you like gory games. If you like good action games with an intense story, well, then go pick up GTA 4 if you don't already have it. So that was my review. See you later.